News that broke in the early hours of this morning UK time. It's official. TNA Impact Wrestling has been sold and Dixie Carter is out. Well, it's been announced that Anthem Sports has bought or is buying a majority shareholding of TNA Impact Wrestling. It's actually been a bit of a surprise. The company that owns the Fight Network is taking over the company. We've already heard reports that due to the different financial difficulties that TNA has had over the last year or so, that they already own apparently around, some reports were varying, but roughly around about maybe 10% of the company. But it has been announced today that Anthem Sports and Entertainment have formed Anthem Wrestling Exhibitions LLC and acquired control of Impact Wrestling. Now, the statement was actually retweeted by Impact Wrestling's official Twitter account, and it's been put out there, and it seems that, yep, this is definitely happening. The statement says that today, Anthem Sports and Entertainment today announced it has entered into a definitive agreement to acquire a majority interest in TNA Impact Wrestling and has formed Anthem Wrestling Exhibitions LLC. Anthem also owns Fight Network, the world's premier 24/7 multi-platform channel dedicated to complete coverage of combat sports, which is Impact Wrestling's exclusive broadcast partner in Canada and worldwide digital partner. Now, before I continue the statement, also, I've previously said, of course, that TNA is no longer on television here in the UK. They have announced a app which through that people can pay £4.99 per month in order to be able to watch Impact Wrestling. I believe they get some more content as well, but it's not quite WWE Network style. To be honest, I kind of don't know whether. To be honest, I just don't think that many people will take up that app. Maybe Anthem Sports will look at re-entering the UK television channel area. Maybe they'll try and get another television channel to air Impact Wrestling. I genuinely don't see that many people wanting to pay £5 a month to watch Impact Wrestling. There is also put in the statement a statement from Ed Nordholm, Executive Vice President of Anthem Sports and Entertainment, the parent company of Fight Network, said, "We are thrilled to have acquired TNA Impact Wrestling. As we grow Anthem's linear, digital and mobile platforms globally, top-tier content with global appeal is key to that success, and this acquisition is a perfect strategic addition to our portfolio. Impact has been a dominant wrestling brand around the world for more than a decade, and we are confident that Anthem can leverage its assets and strategic partnerships to take Impact Wrestling to even greater heights." Well, also, the news, before I give my thoughts, Dixie Carter is out. Dixie Carter is gone. Now, it has certainly been the rumour and innuendo, which has become a very popular phrase thanks to the Bruce Pritchard and Conrad Thompson podcast, Something to Wrestle With, that any deal to take over Impact Wrestling, to take ownership completely or the majority, which is what has happened here, would mean a job for Dixie Carter somewhere. And I don't think it's really reading between the lines too much to say that is exactly what has happened. In the statement, it says Mr. Nordholm, who's been the managing director of the Impact Venture Board of Managers since October 2016, will assume the position of president of Anthem Wrestling Exhibition. Dixie Carter will resign from her position as chairman of Impact Ventures and join the advisory board of Fight Media Group, which holds all of the combat sports related assets of Anthem, where her focus will be on the global growth of the combat sports related brands owned by Anthem. So it certainly seems that she has been guaranteed a job in all of this uh, negotiations, this buyout of TNA. Like I said, one of the sticking points for the likes of Billy Corgan and even the WWE and Jeff Jarrett as well, when if we can believe all the reports, that he considered a possible retakeover of TNA around the time that he formed Global Force Wrestling. But certainly the sticking point that I think we can all agree has been a job for Dixie Carter, and that certainly seems a sideways promotion maybe for Dixie Carter. But in my opinion, yeah, then part of the negotiation has been to ensure that Dixie Carter, whether it's pressure, whether it's been through anything involved, any of the financial involvement of the Carter family, they have provided Dixie with a job. What exactly her duties are going to be, we don't quite know. Will she be actually in charge of anything? It's difficult to tell from that statement whether she'll be a leading official or whether she'll be actually working with already established officials of Anthem Sports. Very difficult, but she probably would have some responsibility, obviously. My opinion to this, we knew that Impact Wrestling TNA had to find somebody to put some money in, or as in this case, take over. That is exactly what has happened. TNA has new ownership. Obviously, it's great for the guys, not just for the wrestlers, but all the staff involved in Impact Wrestling. They can breathe a bit of a sigh of relief. They know that Anthem Sports is quite successful company, so more financially stable, they're more likely to get paid, because we do know whatever Impact Wrestling, TNA, and the Carter family and Dixie Carter have said in the past, we do know for certain. The truth is there has been issues with paying people on time. We know that, and I will say they were all resolved, at least as far as we know. But if you are a part of the company, I think you can breathe a sigh of relief for a little while. Because whenever somebody takes over something, whether it be ownership or even simply a managerial role, sometimes things can change. We will see going down the line of whether Anthem Sports want to actually change the presentation of TNA, whether they want to change the roster, even the production stuff, what they want to change, may even want to change the way that TNA does business, and obviously, we'll see. I think a great deal of changes in Impact Wrestling over the next few months. It's very difficult for, to be honest, I can see some people depart in Impact Wrestling. I don't know whether it'll be on the wrestling side of it when it comes to the on-screen talent, or whether it'll be behind the scenes stuff. These kind of people, if they take something over, they like to bring in their own people. So how and when we'll see Impact Wrestling change, only time will tell. We'll see that in the next few months of how things go with their new acquisition. Obviously, a lot of people consider maybe we'll give WWE a little bit of competition. What are their global thoughts on running Impact Wrestling? Do they have global plans? Which obviously it seems that they do. There's no UK tour this year, at least this month. There's various different aspects of the international business of TNA that's really fallen away in the past 12 to 18 months. But certainly it's massive news that Impact Wrestling has been sold. Anthem Sports now owns the majority shareholding of TNA Impact Wrestling, and it's official. Dixie Carter, much to the relief of many fans, actually is out.